Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we liberated Doma Castle. And this episode we're gonna go... we also started to come back to Eorzea to deal with the Gurabanian side of the war. And now we're here. Back in Eorzea at last, ready to pick up where we left off and finish the fight. We're not who we were when we left, we're stronger and wiser. So let's do this. Let's get back to Alamego and defeat Xenos once and for all. Give me those casting boots. Catch me if you can. Here we are, home at last. I must say the journey passed more quickly than I had expected. That'll be due to the absence of otherworldly interference, I expect. I should be glad if we do not speak of that unpleasantness again. But in spite of all that and more, we return better for the experience, and more importantly, triumphant. Indeed, with Doma freed from Imperial oppression, it is only right that we turn our thoughts to the plight of Alamego. Well, I'm all for that, obviously, but I think you should go and see the refugees that Revenants told before doing anything else. I'd be thrilled to hear what we've accomplished, and it'd sound best coming from you. Thank you. I shall do as you suggest. I see I am not too late. Or I see I'm too late? Wait, I don't know. Admiral, what are you doing here? The East Aldnar Trading Company informed me of your impending arrival. I have tidings I thought best to share with you in person. From Gurabania? Aye. The Alliance still holds the wall, despite several Imperial counterattacks, but we have been unable to press further into occupied territory. Commander Kemp and his men, meanwhile, have made great strides towards rebuilding their depleted ranks. They have even taken it upon themselves to attempt some few operations, with mixed results. I am sorry to say. It was a complication arising from one such venture which moved me to seek you out. During a mission to transport wounded resistance fighters to the Rising Stones, Kryle Baldesion was taken prisoner. Kryle? Do they know where she is being held? They do not, but your comrades were informed at once, and I am told Thancred is in Gurabania, looking for her as we speak. How could this have happened? We must seek out Thancred without delay. Nay, Kryle thought better than that. It would be unwise to act without first acquiring a full understanding of the situation. Thank you for informing us. Tired though we may be, we must make haste to cast some Orions. Pray excuse us, Admiral, Lady Ygir. There you are. Have you heard the news? In broad strokes from Admiral Bufferswin. What happened? The Crown and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Y'shtola and several other wounded to the Rising Stones for further treatment when they were ambushed by Imperial forces. Arnvald and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos. We'll make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Do not be so hard on yourself. You protected Y'shtola and the others, did you not? But tell us about the attack. It was the skulls. We knew a path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. We weren't expecting an ambush. During the fighting, I caught a glimpse of the leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field. I'm not as strong in the echo as Lyn is, of course. After time, it's enough to knock me on my arse, like I've taken a dose of concentrated ether. So you walked in for Dola's memories. What did you see? A woman promised the world education, training, citizenship. All that and more if she but sold her soul. A traitor to her people, a pretender to her masters. It was Xenos himself that gave the order, told her to return to Kryle Baldesion, alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring Imperial communications ever since the attack, but have yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Kryle or her current whereabouts. If the warriors were to bring Kryle back alive, we can save her if you move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence, which is why I intend to slip past enemy lines and see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it is up to you and our allies to command the Imperial's undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted and I will find her. Very well. Wish I could do more to aid you, but I understand. When Kemp is on his way to the castle even as we speak, for a meeting with General Aldine. If you hurry, you could find him on the road and discuss the situation beforehand. I think Lynn and I are going to go and see Conrad like you suggested. You all wait here. But I don't have ether currents or increased mount speed. Oh. If I must walk, so be it. Well, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? It fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and hearty. Welcome home, at least, Lynn. I'm sure you've heard about Kral by now. That's why we're here. I'm still not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. Oh, I've no doubt that you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass. That's good news for Kral. I'd like to think so, but enough about me. How is everyone with you in the Resistance? How's everything with you in the Resistance? Man, I can't read. Better than when you last saw us, so no mistake. Our involvement's been a godsend. Him and Monago, and all the other young bloods, have achieved so much in such a short time. We've been blessed to receive the support from the Flames' Alamegan Brigade, who've been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Girvania, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with the refugees returning from Moldar and elsewhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I know you wouldn't stop fighting, even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. No, we've come a long way, we still have far to go. But we'll fight for every item, and sooner or later, we'll get to Alamigo. But listen to me prattling on when we should be making haste to Castamorians. There's no point you telling me everything now when you'll only have to say it all again for the Flame General's benefit. You're right. I'll go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Kind of curious if I'll be able to reach level 68 before the before the main quest swaps over to it. You have spoken with Tancred then? Then good. Take heart. If anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I heard Commander Kemp's party approaching. If you are ready to address Father and the others, let us be about it. Give me that ring of slaying. Slay! That's it. Wait. There you are. And there's Commander Kemp, I see. I know you're eager to speak of our next move, but we would first hear more of your last. Yes. Tell us of your deeds in Doma.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Alamigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever gonna get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Kryl.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Alamegan liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Valadina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks. I name this operation Rulga's Beacon. For as Rulga once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
Another question? A question? Cutscene, yes. Success of this operation is paramount. So long as the Empire holds Castellum Valadina, the main host cannot advance. Xenos knows this, which is why he ordered Fordola and her men to see to the bridge's defense. So we'll get to fight the skulls again. The Butcher is not to be underestimated. She is decisive, ruthless, and feared by her foes and friends alike. But we have a plan to defeat her. First, we send an Alliance force down the main road, signaling our intention to mount an all-out assault. The garrison will muster their forces and prepare for a protracted battle. However, they will soon find they are ill-prepared for their counterattack. Our men will begin to break ranks and flee. I see. Show them your backs and give them a target you're attempting to pursue. Not to pursue. Oi, Fordola is too aggressive not to press the advantage. She will order her men to give chase. We lure them as far as East End, where the commander will relay their forces and attempt to hold their ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of their garrison occupied, leaving us to tackle the bridge's main remaining defenders. Very clever, I'm sure, but what are we to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken the place? I don't need you to take Valadina, Commander Kemp. All I need is for you to fly your flag from its tower. You mean to trick them into believing the bridge has fallen? Aye, we convince them Valadina is lost, hit them hard with our reinforcements, and watch them go running for the hills. Then when the dust is settled, we regroup at the Castellum. What say you? It's a bold plan, but a good one. We'll do it. In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. Lynn, Lise, Arnvald, I ask that you accompany Commander Kemp. Adizay and I will remain with the Flame General. He'll return to Rogger's Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they are complete, he'll join you in the field. Godspeed. And now Rogger's Reach is cleaned up again, at least for the most part. In case you haven't noticed, the flag flying above Valadina is bloody massive. Take a dozen men to change it, and far too long besides, but there's no need for all that, right, Monaga? Not so long as I have my griffin and a satchel of glamour prisms now. Arnvald, you're in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance. No link pearls. Lace, I want you to look in on the squadrons. Make sure they've got everything they need. Everybody clear? Aye, sir. I'll force her to depart for Castellum Corvi when ready. That'll be all. Lynn, stay with me a moment, if you would. There's a few men I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people, and I can tell that it weighs on their hearts. There have been a lot of new faces since last you were here, so it's best if I just tell you where to look. One's an officer you'll find in the barber, another's an older fellow who likes to pass time on the shore of Starfall. The last is a fire-bringing lad from Little Alamigo, who I'm told trains by himself by the river to the fringes. You'll know them when you see them. Come, and find me when you're finished. My ability to read is just rapidly degrading. Oh, say, if it isn't the last who helped me find the ward I misplaced. Ah, but there I go again, treating you as an equal. Wasn't until after you'd gone, when my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was the only blatant hero of yours who had taken time out of her busy day to help me. Well, what is done is done. But know that I will fight with every ounce of my strength in this common battle. And the next and the next. Mayhap that will serve to repay the favour. Very well. Wait, I know you, Captain Adair of the Maelstrom. It is an honour to meet you. I was living hand to mouth in Uldar, but decided to enlist in the flames after our tales of your daring do. And now, as fate would have it, I've been sent here to join in the fray for my homeland's liberation. Ah, it is no time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Captain. I'll give this Imperial horse and what for. Was that Cal? Any highlighter with that face? Lynn, am I right? I doubt you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life a little amigo, you did. Wilbur and the rest of us had to get it into our heads. If he had enough crystals, we could summon Rolgar like them all just summoned Daragral. Thankfully, you put a stop to it. Ever hear about what happened to Wilbur? Joined the Braves when it came calling, only to turn up dead one day. Never found out how or why, but I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead after all. But at least he died doing what he thought was right, and maybe that's the best folks like us can hope for, right? Not that I'm in a hurry, mind. You had a word with the men I mentioned, then? As I'm sure you notice, they've another thing in common aside from tragedy. You've touched each of their lives in one way or another. But that's not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. The man who has lived in Girabania his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled Alamigo in search of a new life, who swore to serve another nation, only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born on foreign soil, who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship with our cause. 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons. Yet all belong to the Resistance. In growing larger, we've grown more diverse, and while there is good in that, there is also the potential for strife and discord. It'll take a special sort to lead such men to Alamigo, don't you think? Good thing they've got you. Don't have enough titles already. Someone like Lucy, me. I see we're of my mind. She'll have to make the decision for herself, of course. You've travelled with her, been by her side when she's had to make hard choices. You've seen her at her worst and her best. If you think she's got it in her, then she does. Look after her, Lynn. She's our future, and my hope. I trust I needn't say that this conversation is just between you and me. Good girl. Right then. We'd best head to Castellum Corvi, or what remains of it, rather. Let's... Oh, hiccups. Jesus. Arrive on the field. Thunderbolt. Whoa. Scary woo. That's a big old bird. We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember that we need to hold out until Monago sees the flag. Sees to the flag. Got your gear in order? In a moment now.
It's begun then.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Calm down, Nargo. You're making her nervous. We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way.
Right.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Monago, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
I won't let you down, sir.
Come then. Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
Okay, now we've got to reach Valadina before General Aldina and his men are overwhelmed. Scouts ahead if they see us, they'll warn the others. Not if we kill them first. What? Murder? Really? The first option? Well... It is war, so I guess.
Here it comes!
Okay. That's the last of them. Let's keep moving. Instead of sentries, General Day must have had his hands full. Let's seize the bridge and be done with it. Surprise, motherfucker. Fire at will.
Take this!
There we go. Think you're clever with all your little tricks. Think again. None of you are leaving here alive. For $1 rem loopies. Loopies. Meora. Shopping block. These names are pretty good. Yep. That doesn't surprise me. Well.
God damn you! No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
The bridge is ours! Al amigo! Al amigo! Al amigo! Yeah!
Stand your ground! It's not over yet! Damn it!
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do. That's enough for now.
These people really don't know defending, huh?
Yeah!
Villadina is fallen? Impossible!
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you lost to this rabble?
No, but if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters. For all the good it did us.
Skulls with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
I suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
It's a shame Fordola got away, but we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself, it's just the first step, but it's a big one. We're going to take it, all of it, one ilm at a time if we have to. Casting Bliss. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castellum. We need to search it top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on a run, en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Dean in Bittermill. Search the fringes of the Imperial Army for remnants of the Imperial Army. Yes. No quarter. Which is apparently a war crime. Oops. Really? He sends a desperate presence. Probably should have done that again. Oh well. Paralysis it is then. Oh, Matt, all's well at the bridge? Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Valadino. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. Could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Commander Kemp and his men. Delight don't offer much in victory, not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished. Our resistant allies are waiting. That's an unusually big Colossus over there. Damn it. I was wondering, like, aren't I a little bit too close? And then I guess, like, yeah. Yeah, you are. Access soon. Suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there will be one left to fight. There'll be no one left to fight. Oh, Jesus, man, what is wrong with me? Still 67. Nice. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear to hear us, or if you'll bear with us, Commander Kemp, Marshal Tarpin reports that a sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. It's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Valadina is well and truly ours. We have this cause for... Wait, where's Managa? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe, where she was born. I doubt that Imperials who fled Valadina had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried. So I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. Now, I pray you are right. It would be best if Monago were not alone if she should encounter the enemy. Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is alright. If that is your wish, then I have no objections. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. Greetings, son. Do you wish to pass? That is a woman. Whatever. It's a woman with a deep voice. Right. Northeast. North? Northeast? North? Oh yeah, east is this direction. Wait a minute. Northeast? What? What in tarnation is going on? It doesn't matter how much I get confronted with this. That east and west continues to be a problem. Yep. Path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. I am going north though instead of east. Which is like to the east of here, so... Go Am Rangers. We are finally on this side of the wall. Oh, feels so good. Seems voice acted.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Enanta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
The Kaliana are another Enanta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fedola knew for sure was that the resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The Butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Vera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us?
Aye. All who have fought with the Resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
Me?
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
Must needs.
Let's see. And that we must need shall in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just Fit, where I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode we are going to go and grab this blue quest and do the main story. Goodbye.